Hey everybody, Kathy Gruver here, coming to you live from the world-famous Magic Castle with your daily pause today. So, I finally got back to trapeze. I got to fly today in Santa Monica with my friends at Trapeze School, New York, and it was really interesting. There was a neat lesson in flying today. So, there was a gal there, she was a newer flyer, and she turned to one of the coaches and said, "Can you remind me how to do this trick?" And so they reminded her, and she said, "Yeah, because the last time I got this wrong and I got this wrong and I made this mistake and I made this mistake." And I'm listening to her explain everything she did wrong. And I'm like, okay, I get that. You want to make sure you don't do it wrong again. Totally cool. She then gets up the ladder, she turns to the next coach, and then explains again in great detail what she did wrong the last 2 times she tried this trick. Then she gets down off the ladder and she again starts to tell the story of everything she's done wrong. And I finally interrupted her and I said, "Excuse me," I said, "can I recommend that you actually stop focusing on those things you did wrong in the past? Because all you're doing is you're reinforcing that. You telling that story again and again and again is simply reminding you how to do things wrong." I said, "You did them wrong. You now know how to do it right. Why don't you focus on that?" And I said, "Do you ride a bike?" And instead of focusing on something that's wrong, focus on those things that you're going to do right. And I said, "Do you know how to ride a bike?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you remember learning how to ride a bike?" And she said, "No, it's been so long." And I'm thinking, you're like 20. But anyway, I said, when my dad taught me to ride a bike, he held onto my handlebars and he finally at some point let me go and I'm riding the bike myself. And I remember my mom from the side of the road saying something like, "Yay," or "You got it," or whatever. And I turned to look at her, and what happened? As soon as I turned my head to focus on her, the bike veered that direction. And my father righted me, and then something else distracted me off to the side. And everywhere I looked, that's where my focus took me. So I reminded her, those things we focus on, that's what we see. That's what our life veers towards. So why are we once again focusing on those negative things? Why are we focusing on those things we've done wrong? Those things in the past that we don't want to repeat? Because those things that we're focusing on, that's what we're going to veer towards. That's not only what we see, that's not where we put our focus, but by reinforcing those negative things, we're going to keep doing more and more negative things. So before